where the hell is everyone today?
If I had to guess, Ron and Nikki are preparing for their stupid Iowa debate. I can't believe they are giving those CNN clowns the time of day. They are just dreaming that I'm not on the rise.
Dude, if you're on the rise, tell me why you aren't going to that debate. Isn't talking your butt off your specialty or something?
Come on, we both know you're shaking in your boots because your princess doesn't have her bodyguard on stage. Can you tell me why you aren't on that stage to begin with?
Oh, you think you're so clever, don't you? But hey, I'll be on that New Hampshire stage, and we all know you won't be on the rise anytime soon. You'll be lucky if you even get to speak to Nikki or Ron again, knowing how much they hate you.
Oh, what did I do?
You know what you did? I'm not inflating your ego again. I want it to burst, but it just keeps growing. Anyway, I was thinking we could do a president tier list today. I even invited an old friend of mine to join in.
Hello, everyone. Vivek, Chris, and Avril Lavigne.
It's a long story.
Holy shit, I knew it. I knew you were a rhino, and now I finally have the evidence to back it up. Admit it, you liked that hug more than you anticipated.
I get what you were saying, Chris. He does remind me of Trump.
I know you're supposedly trying to attack me and make fun of me for it, but if you're trying to inflate my ego, that's all that you're doing.
Can we just get this tier list underway? The more you talk, the more I want to leave this call and do literally anything else with my time.
No one's stopping you. You just don't want to abandon your baby boy.
Fuck you, we saved those jokes for you and Nikki, Christopher.
Don't start that.
I want to start with Thomas Jefferson, but we have to start with the first president, and that's George Washington.
This man was incredible but humble. If there was a world record regarding the most humble man to ever live, well, that's who I would give it to.
The guy just wanted to retire on 3 different occasions, but they kept talking him into serving all of these different positions up until the day he died. He was the Walter Cronkite of his time.
Man, all of that shit that guy had to go through. Didn't he die from a throat infection or something? I feel bad for him.
If anyone gets the S tier, it has to be George Washington. It's something we are basically obligated to do. He founded this country, and who would place him anywhere else?
I know some people who would put all of the presidents in E and put himself in S, but I'm not going to get further into that. Now then, Vivek, you wanted to do Thomas Jefferson next?
Thomas Jefferson, or TJ is what I like to call him, was one of the brightest visionaries of his time. He was only 33 years old when he wrote the Declaration of Independence, and he was an ambassador, Secretary of State, Vice President, and a president.
Isn't he somewhat of a hypocrite, though? I'm obviously strongly biased about this subject, but he privately wanted to get rid of slavery, but he had the most slaves compared to any other president. Also, he...
Keep spewing out your Wikipedia article later on, you Ben Shapiro wannabe. We have tons of presidents to rank, Barack. In all seriousness, though, he did have some problems, and he was kind of talk but no action. But the achievements he accomplished are stuff no one could dream of doing these days.
He has my respect, but some of his decisions like the Embargo Act and that assassination he pulled off were just cruel and disgusting. So he loses points with me for that.
Are you sure? Your girlfriend supports someone who has a hit list and whose inspiration is in the Epstein files. I would watch your mouth if I was you before I put my foot in it.
God damn it, the resemblance is just uncanny, Chris. Vivek, have you considered doing a DNA test because you could be related to...
Did you think I didn't try that already? I did it twice. Once to find one. The second time to find out if it was even accurate to begin with. But maybe they missed something.
After all that you historians said and all, I would give TJ A tier. He had some shortfalls, but what the hell, let's cut him some slack. Things were different in his time.
As much as I want to rank him lower, he did write the Declaration of Independence, and he was a very smart guy. I'll agree with Avril and go for A tier.
That suits him very well. Now, my next pick is going to be an out-of-pocket choice, but let's rank James K. Polk. I have to admit, we may make lots of promises when we campaign, but man, I'm not the boy wonder people thought I was.
Hey, you did accomplish a lot more, though. You struck down innocent civilians with your beloved drone strikes. You made a walking corpse vice president, and I may be the one obsessed with Trump, but don't count yourself out. You used the feds against him, and that wasn't when you were president.
I'm sorry, but how did you manage turning this conversation about President James K. Polk into me spying on a former president of the United States? Like, I thought Trump was bad.
Wait until you see those two together. It's like a football game. But we are the ball, and we are the ones getting kicked around.
You're talking about soccer, Avril.
This is America. Avril, when you're in America, you have to speak American, not that maple syrup French shit.
Oh, get fucked. That's not even a language.
Sure, why not?
God damn it.
I'm changing the topic back. And if another peep comes out of your mouth, Vivek, I'm going to make you wish you never met me. Anyway, James K. Polk was like, I'm just going to wing this. And he did just that.
Man, that war was just amazing. I'd like to try and pull a Polk as well. Not with the one-term thing and shit, but it's about time we put those taco lovers in their place again.
And there's the casual racism.
He's like that, and he'll learn the hard way someday. Anyway, based on that man's accomplishments, and in the short time he got it done, I have to give him the S tier. He's no George Washington, but S tier is literally calling his name.
I like risk takers and people who can get done, and willingly give up power just like that is amazing.
I beg to differ, Donald Trump.
He's an S-tier president. We are moving on. Don't get any ideas, Chris. I'm keeping an eye on you.
You know what? Screw this shit. I'm a Canadian. I'm in no position to rank United States presidents.
Okay, bye. I love you.
Love you. Keep fighting, Vivek. This is yours to win.
Okay, come on. This isn't a fight. Okay, bye then.
Since Avril is gone, I want to invite a new close friend of mine. Is that all right?
Go ahead, the more the merrier.
Why, hello, boys.
Do you hate me so much that you invited this poisonous shrub to the call? Who asked for this? What the fuck were you thinking?
No way. Liz, you're friends with Barack too? How have you been?
Oh, after I published my book, I've been traveling from one part of the country to the next. But I'll do anything to protect our democracy. It's more vulnerable than we thought.
Oh, that's bullshit. January 6th was just a sightseeing trip for some eager adventurers. And how are you saving democracy by cashing in on your publisher's checks?
Vivek, do you realize that people don't die if they are sightseeing? They illegally trespassed onto the Capitol's grounds, and multiple
You can
people...
all shut the fuck up, okay?
Too much to handle, Vivek. You're a good-for-nothing spoiled brat who would be nothing without your dumbass supporters and filthy money you probably scammed people out of. You probably pass those drugs out to your supporters like they are candy, and you fund their own stupidity. It's like Bitcoin. They had high hopes for you and your product.
Well, your own supporters realized that you were just a fucking daddy's girl. And after you spent all of their money on your travel expenses and ghostwriters, they kicked you out.
Yo, Barack, I muted both of them. They are so angry that they probably won't even notice.
Nothing you do will censor this, Chris. Please let us discuss this.
You know what? Fine, sure.
Good. I knew you were one of the few Republicans with a heart.
That will be more permanent. Now, Barack, I say we should just do one more president today, and we can't skip past Abraham Lincoln. His legacy is wider than my stomach.
He freed the slaves and brought a country back together after a civil war. One of the worst crimes in American history, though, was that he wasn't there to witness it.
We can talk all we want about our achievements and accomplishments, but he freed millions of people from enslavement. It wasn't all him, though. There was Grant. Shit, I need to learn more history.
We have to put Abraham Lincoln in the S tier. If we don't, we have to throw out this whole thing. Are you with me, Chris?
I'm not so sure. Didn't he lock up his political opponents?
We do the same thing. Or in your case, you'll trap them on a bridge and starve them to death.
I was messing around. That's obviously the best part of the job. Abraham Lincoln deserves S tier more than anyone on this list.
Well, other than all of that January 6th talk and shenanigans, I had a pleasant time with you and your wacky Indian version of Trump. I have to admit it was still calmer than the countless tier lists I have done with the boys. Do me a favor and don't tell Joe about this. He gets jealous.
Deal, just don't tell Trump you were talking to me. He has enough to attack us with already.
Yeah, man, I know how he is. See you, Chris.
Bye, bestie.
Wait, you know what? Never mind. Like and subscribe, please. Obama out.